Hello and welcome to the Football Parliament podcast, your one stop destination for all your football debates, discussions, and opinions. It is semi-finals time in the UEFA Champions League as the most successful team in UCL history goes head to head with what one could argue is the most informed side in Europe right now. It's going to be one hell of a match, and today is going to be one hell of a podcast as I'm joined by a Chelsea and a Real Madrid fan, Chirag and Vedant. Starting with you, Chirag, what are your honest thoughts before the game? Are you confident or nervous?
Being honest, I am confident, but going into such a big game, it definitely does not means we can be the clear winner. It is not about Real Madrid or stuff, but the pressure of being in a UCL semi-final with a young squad. We have experience at the back, we have experienced players, but going with a young squad, it is definitely something to worry about. But I am pretty confident we can get the job done.
And Vedant, let me guess, you're very confident before this match.
No, I'm not confident at all because Real Madrid are floundering in La Liga. But they have been simply been superb in the Champions League. When I say this, I mean the knockout stages and not the group stages. All right, Zidane's men cruised past Liverpool in the quarterfinal, claiming a 3-1 aggregate win to set up a semi-final clash against Chelsea, a team which I wanted to face because Palash supports the club and I wanted to annoy him a bit. However, they head into Tuesday's tie off the back of an uneventful goalless draw with Betis in La Liga, and which, in my opinion, was robbed, highlighting our recent domestic struggles. And Madrid are currently in a three horse. No, I don't think it's a three horse anymore. Sevilla are only 3 points of the first place, so it's a four way for the league title. But we have to divert our attention to the Champions League now because I really doubt if we'll win La Liga. And I'm excited about the match, of course.
So now we heard the views and thoughts of both Chirag and Vedant. Just to give our audience some injury news on Chelsea, as I'm a Chelsea fan, I would tell that we have an entirely fit squad except for the midfielder Mateo Kovacic, who is still out with, I guess it's a hamstring injury. Now we'll have some team news from Vedant. I'm sure of some. There might be some injury news. It's always there with Real Madrid.
Sergio Ramos will sit out this encounter as he battles a calf problem. However, the Spaniard can be back for the second leg. Fullback Ferland Mendy is also suffering from a calf problem, while Federico Valverde is in isolation due to COVID-19. However, Federico Valverde did test negative in his first test, of course, and Lucas Vasquez has been rolled out for the rest of the season. So I think El Clasico was his last match in a Madrid shirt. Although a good thing is Eden Hazard will be available. Out of everyone been missing all season, he's the guy who will finally be there against his former employers, Chelsea.
So
So
Chelsea are
looking
playing
at
with
all the
12.
injuries that you've got, let me speak. Yeah, looking at all the injuries you've got, looking at Chelsea and the fixtures around this game, what best possible 11 would you put up if you were in the shoes of Zinedine Zidane?
In my opinion, Real Madrid will use a 4-3-3 because under Zidane, that's their classical formation apart from a 4-4-2 diamond. I think it's going to be Courtois in goal, Nacho at left back, Varane, Militao, and Carvajal at right back, and Cruz, Modric, Casemiro. Of course, they're the best midfield trio in the world right now. And I think this will come as a shocker, but I think Eden Hazard deserves minutes against Chelsea, and he should start because in the match against Betis, he created the most chances, and none of Madrid's midfielders or attackers created as much as he did in 15 minutes. Second thing being that he's been training and working out non-stop for a month, so yeah, he deserves a chance. Why not?
I
And
just hope
Benzema
his training
and
does not end up in injury.
yeah, so do I. And obviously Benzema is the striker, and I think Marco Asensio should start.
Yeah, for Chelsea, it won't be that straightforward because we've got a deep squad. We don't have many injuries apart from Kovacic, and there's a lot of squad rotation that's going on. You can see that with the previous game, the previous Premier League game, with the substitutions and all. So, what do you think would be the best 11 for Chelsea, considering that we go all out?
So the obviously considering the West Ham, the intense West Ham game we had this weekend. First of all, Edward Mendy in goal, definitely the best keeper in the UCL right now. Uh, Going with the same formation, three at the back, 3-4-3, as Tuchel prefers under his spell. It would be the experienced backline of Thiago Silva, flanked by both Rudiger and Azpilicueta. Then on the left wing back or the left mid role, it would be Ben Chilwell with Reece James on the right hand side. The central midfield duo would be Jorginho and Kante due to the absence of Kovacic. However, I would have loved Kovacic playing against his former team and destroying them. Also on the left flank, on the attacking front, we would have Pulisic starting alongside Mason Mount and Kai Havertz. And this is the reason behind it I am saying is because as we are recording, the press conference for both the managers would be up, and Pulisic is on the press conference, so we can expect him to start. Obviously, Mason Mount is definitely the best choice to go in this intensifying game, and Kai Havertz was rested in the West Ham game, so I think he will get the whole 90 minutes or either the 60 minutes and can be later replaced by experienced Giroud, or if we want Timo Werner, if we need to add pace.
So you're
One
telling me
surprising
that
exclusion,
you
just
will
a
go
minute.
for this.
One surprise.
Okay, okay.
Oh, can I? Yeah. One surprising exclusion that I find is Hakim Ziyech because I have noted that Thomas Tuchel has gone for Ziyech in the big games. One point. Secondly, he was rested against West Ham. The other point, and third, his goal scoring record in not only the UCL knockout stages but also against Real Madrid. The last time he faced Real Madrid, he scored in both the legs. So, do you think Hakim Ziyech as an exclusion?
I was too surprised seeing Pulisic on the press conference because, according to me, as Ziyech was rested for West Ham game, he had to start the game alongside Mason Mount. But what I feel is, Hakim Ziyech is kind of a player who deserves to who likes to put in balls from his left foot. But seeing the Real defense and Chelsea's striking ability, like we do not have a Giroud in the center of the box, so not going with Ziyech is can be a good choice, I would say. And Ziyech, according to me, fits in when we have a Werner flanking him. We have seen the Werner and Ziyech link when Werner runs past from a flank and crosses Ziyech to finish it. But if we are not starting Werner, I cannot see we going with Ziyech as well. Either it has to be Werner and Ziyech alongside Mount, or it will be Pulisic and Kai Havertz. And I feel feels that this front three is the best, considering Chelsea's best attacking performance came whenever these three were playing. Maybe at the Crystal Palace game or maybe another league game after that when Chelsea performed the best in the attacking front.
One thing I want to ask you is Christian Pulisic, Mason Mount, Kai Havertz. I see you've named two 21 years old there and one 22-year-old there. And it's a UCL semi-final against the most successful club in Champions League history with defenders and
And the
midfielders
most experienced club right
who are
now in
themselves
Champions League.
3 to 4 times Champions League finalists and winners. So do you think going with such a young forward line would be a wise option?
I will just mention a line. Messi and Ronaldo are out of the Champions League, so experience does not matter.
That's only down to the fact that both of their clubs are extremely shit.
Oh, you are talking about Real Madrid? Oh no, sorry.
No,
Oh,
Juventus.
sorry.
Juventus's midfield and Barcelona's attack and
And
defense.
Real's defense
That's been the key
uh,
for our La Liga win last season.
last season.
Yeah, this
Like talking
season too.
about, if I speak about myself, I personally am very nervous for this game because, as I mentioned, it's a very young squad. If you see, it's a squad that has played together for probably just a season. Half of them are new arrivals, half of them are very young players, and Tuchel has himself been rotating the squad. He does not have a fixed starting 11. The attack is, I don't know, I think I've not been so unhappy with the good results because even against West Ham, it was one goal. If you see all the games of Tuchel under Chelsea, barring the game against Crystal Palace, I think Chelsea hasn't even scored 3 goals in one single game. The attack, according to me, is a major issue, but I do believe in the defensive strength. However, it is an away leg, and an away goal is a lot more important than a home goal. I would definitely go prefer a 2-all draw over a 0-0 draw. So for the purpose of this game, and I also think that Madrid might have had like 5 or 6 injuries, but I think that Chelsea have been affected by worse by injuries because one player that I was totally confident of, and I think is the most important player in the Chelsea squad right now. Even though I consider other players like Thiago Silva, Mason Mount, I do think that the most important player to Chelsea under this system of Thomas Tuchel is currently out injured, which is Mateo Kovacic. So not gonna lie, I'm not very confident about this game, but we'll see what happens.
I wanted to
That's
ask Vedant, like,
exactly what I wanted to see about Palash. His nervousness against Real Madrid. That's exactly why I wanted this fixture. Anyways, the thing
Vedant,
with Thomas Tuchel's,
considering,
yeah,
yeah,
just a second. The thing with Tommy Tuchel, Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea is that they don't score a lot of goals, but they just get the job done somehow. So that's also key. Yeah, and Chirag, what was your question?
yeah. So I was just saying that considering both the managers, Zidane and Tuchel, how do you see, like, if we compared both the lineups, how can you compare both the managers? Both are very tactically fitting. One has won
Solid.
three consecutive UCL titles, and one is on
Cycles
the path towards second
of a second
consecutive
UCL
final,
semi-final or
final,
final.
final.
Yeah,
Yeah, final.
yeah. Yeah, but the one who's the winner is the better coach. And in my opinion, Zidane is better than Tuchel, even tactically speaking, because he's beaten the likes of Klopp, Tuchel again. He's beaten Tuchel thrice or four times, I don't remember, and many other great managers. So Zidane's better.
I just want to ask, considering our last videos and last podcast, I won't be surprised Palash wearing a Real jersey during the match. The kind of snake he
You know,
is becoming, I won't be surprised.
one of his friends told me when he was young, he used to watch Madrid games.
I am
I
feeling
still
that.
watch Madrid games. Doesn't mean I support them.
When you
No,
were
I'm not
young,
gonna lie.
before you
When
started
I was
supporting
young,
Chelsea.
it was a stage when I had to pick clubs, what we can say, because we're not locals of a particular Madrid or London. So that was a time when I really liked Real Madrid. Just a soft corner. I was never a fan. I actually bought a Adidas jersey worth 5,000 of Real Madrid. I still have it. I got a 5,000 jersey of Real Madrid because I really liked it. I just get it. Your continue
He
to
The
still
discuss.
purple
has
one.
one. He has the last season's kit. He has the last season get.
Oh,
He has the last season's kit with Hazard on it.
I still can. So just getting back to topic, Vedant, what are
Yeah.
the key areas or key points where the battle tomorrow will be won or lost?
I think the key will be Real Madrid's midfield and Chelsea's midfield. I think the battle is in the midfield, to be honest, and max to max the defense. Because to be honest, both the teams attacking isn't their key strength. Plus, the thing with Madrid is that the ball is not in our court in La Liga, but we have an interesting opportunity to shake things up in Europe. There's always a lot to look forward to when it's Madrid in this competition, and more so now that it could be in our that it is our last remaining source of success this season. Not everyone here was there when we last won the Champions League. Um, when we last won the Champions League. Just like not everyone that was still here, but everyone who has been an integral part because Cristiano left, Gareth Bale left, and of course Keylor Navas left too. And to be honest, it could be our benefit. They know how to. We know how high the stakes are. So surely they will not play with the sense that this is new to them, and we will grant the likes of Vinicius room to breathe, the sense of being protected. Nonetheless, that
I'll just
we
add.
are more
Yeah.
experienced than Chelsea. We will not see us gain a two-goal advantage over them without earning it. Therefore, we will sorry, this is again. We will have to be practical. Zinedine Zidane will have to make the team use its advantage to the fullest and nullify any Thomas Tuchel stone out to own. And
Yeah, but yeah, go
my
ahead, go ahead.
prediction for
Uh,
this game will be 1-0 Madrid win.
Okay, and
okay.
Chirag, the one question I want to ask to you is that if you saw Real Madrid versus Liverpool, particularly in the second leg, where Real Madrid had to defend the lead, their defense was rock solid. And Liverpool, I think, won't say this particular year, but their attack can be said is better off than Chelsea's. Chelsea's attack has been dismal, it's been inconsistent, it's been rotating, disappointing at times, and an away goal is extremely crucial. So, how do you think the front three, two very young front three players, can get better of this very rigid Madrid defense?
Yeah.
Just to add
So
a
first of all,
point,
just
for
adding.
some
Yeah.
reason, okay, you start. You say. The question was for you.
So just adding for Vedant, he said that a lot is on stake for Real Madrid. I would say something higher is on stake for Chelsea because in the present scenario, the Chelsea fans are on the cloud nine that they are going to do a league double I mean the league trophy, the league cup alongside the UCL final, they are winning it. But on the other hand, if they even think, they might not even play in the UCL next year. If somehow they get knocked out from the Champions League this year, that is a very high possibility considering the aura of the teams or the big teams that they are going to play. Also, the as we discussed in the Premier League preview or the prediction game, we all knew that top four is is not certain for Chelsea right now. So there is a very high chance Chelsea might not be in the UCL next year, and this will impact a lot of things in the upcoming future. Like, we know Chelsea is going for Erling Haaland or any big transfer, but it will all end if we do not go into the Champions League. So a lot is on stake for Chelsea as well, considering the financial situation. We spent so much last year. We need to get back that alongside the COVID situation that the whole world is facing right now. And just answering to Paila's question, I would just say, see, this is a matter of as Vedant said, this is a battle of midfield. I would agree because the defense of both the teams has been rock solid. Our defense is also rock solid, as we saw in the Porto game. It took a screamer or a goal of this year to beat the Chelsea defense for anyone to score against Mendy or the defense we had. So I would say that yes, we need to go all out attack in this game. So might be a Timo Werner's pace could help could help to face Real. In the Liverpool game, I would say Mane is not in the best of his forms. You won't agree, but Werner is better than Mane in this season if you talk about stats. Werner is performing better than Mane. Then we know Kai Havertz has experience of enough experience to play against big teams, as he has been facing Bayern, Munich, the Dortmunds, and even big teams in the Europe competition he has played before. So I can see that Chelsea can get through this team, and maybe the leadership at the back, Thiago Silva, Azpilicueta, can influence something in the attack or can trigger something that I feel can help Chelsea, and maybe young blood can help get them goals against the Real Madrid team.
See, for some
Yes,
reason, I
Vedant.
feel Olivier Giroud is going to start in this game. It's just a gut feeling that because the experience he carries to the team, he's gonna be a starter instead of Timo Werner, and they'll go
I
for
don't think
a
so.
three up front. For some
I
I don't
reason, I
think
just
believe
so.
feel
they
that.
Giroud. I don't see Giroud starting really because right now maybe he's even further behind Tammy in the pecking order, and I don't know. Just I don't see Giroud starting ahead of
no.
the other attackers.
Even if Giroud starts, I won't be worried. The last time he faced a Spanish team, he scored four against them. So I
No,
won't, but I
actually,
cannot see Giroud
the last
starting
time he
rather.
faced a Spanish
The
team,
last
he
time he
scored a
faced,
bicycle kick
yeah,
against them, even better. And two times
exactly my
prior when he
point.
faced a Spanish team, he scored 4 goals against them.
And Real fans always talk about history, right? What
Yeah,
is the history with Chelsea? In the Europe, you faced us three times. You have not won any single match. We won two matches. You draw one. Oh, sorry, two draws and a win, I think. Yeah. So
yeah.
Yeah,
talking
it
about
was
history,
no,
we
it
have a
was
better
two
one.
two wins and one draw, right?
Two
Since
wins
we're
and a draw.
talking about history,
Definitely,
a question for you: how many Champions Leagues have Real Madrid won in the last 6 years?
it does not matter. Matter is how many times
No,
have you won
the
against
question is
Chelsea?
for you. The question is for you.
I
Okay,
told
so
you, na,
it'll
you
be a
will
first
always
and
brag
second
about
win.
history.
We'll get the
Everything will
first
have a
win
first, but
day
not this
after
season.
tomorrow. We'll get the first win day after tomorrow, and the next win the next week. So
You
it'll
know,
be a draw,
you can
2-2.
have that a single one like Porto had with us. So just
One
talking
nil,
about
1-0 win. But that goal
so
was really
Palash,
good, huh? Taremi's goal.
yeah, definitely.
One
Palash,
thing I
so
want to
according,
ask to both
yeah,
of y'all is that there's been a lot of criticism of the away goal system. I personally have not favored it at all. I've got my points, but do the two of you think that there are talks that from next season onwards this rule might get scrapped? Do you all think it's a good rule, the away goal rule?
no, actually, Palash, the rule to be scrapped is the extra time rule. Extra time
That's what
away.
I meant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is
Yeah,
what I meant.
extra time, it definitely is not a good sign. According to me, if both the games have been played in the 90 minutes and the score is
Perfect.
or the aggregate is same alongside the away goals, then I think that the next extra minutes or the any game that is starting the next 30 minutes should start from an aggregate of 0-0. The aggregate should
Perfect.
not go from 2-2, 3-3. So I think it should go from 0-0. Your take on your take, Vedant?
I completely agree with you on this, and I think the away goal, to be honest, should be ruled out, like cancelled out, and there should be equal amount of importance to goals from both the sides.
but not in the initial 90, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
that.
Yeah,
that
not in
away
the
goals
initial
rule is
90,
the best thing
not in
in
the
this
initial
game.
90, after like the extra time.
I mean,
And
we
maybe
very
see, I
recently saw an example of the same. I think it was Porto versus Juventus when the 90 minutes of both legs ended. It was even scores there, but it was due to the fact that the extended period was counted as away goals for Porto that Juventus did get knocked out. And over here, we are facing Real Madrid. So they are going to, if potentially the match goes to extra time, Real Madrid might get favored by the away goal. And if that happens, I'll be fuming.
no,
In fact, he'll
according to
take
me,
out his frustration on me because I'm a Madrid fan, a close friend of his.
I would definitely love to see our reactions recorded during the match and to be posted on the channel. Everyone would love that.
Yeah.
So at last, what are your final predictions, Vedant?
1-0 Madrid wins. Not being biased, but I just feel the experience matters the most in stages like these, and especially it's a UCL semi-final, and Madrid has barely lost a UCL semi-final. So yeah,
And some out of the box prediction like who's scoring or who will not score or sitter, we were not missing a sitter, anything, any out of the box prediction.
I think in the first leg it won't be Benzema who scores. I think it's going to be Modric who scores the goal, and it's going
I'm
to be
going
a
to go
Palak,
screamer,
for,
like a
okay,
long-range rocket.
I'm going to go for
outside the
a
stadium.
Yeah.
yeah, and the stadium is like this, so it would be a big task to put the ball outside the stadium. I'm pretty sure I can put the ball outside the training ground like stadium.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
I'll go
Palak, your
for it.
predictions.
Yeah, I'll go for a 1-0 or a 2-0. I think I'll stick to 1-0 win for Chelsea with the away goal coming from, let me go for Mason Mount.
It will
Mason
take
Mount to
something.
score.
For the
Mason
first
Mount
time,
to
he
score
stuck to
a
his team.
Mason Mount to score
I
a
am happy. I thought he'll go for 1-1, 2-2 again.
direct free kick against that snake Thibaut Courtois to give Chelsea the 1-0 win on the
Ooh,
night.
not just talking about Eden Hazard, we have Courtois coming back. That guy is
Just
so audacious. I don't know what that guy has in himself. He's coming to the media and saying, "I'm happy to be at the bridge," but it is sad that fans are not there. If fans were present at Stamford Bridge and he would have been
I
returning,
swear
coming in
to
the
God,
return leg,
there's gonna be a lot of hate for Courtois when he's back in London. Pretty
yeah,
sure about
obviously,
that.
and
definitely,
it would be very
and
sad
we
to see
got
that
Kepa in
one
replacement.
Belgian will get so much hate in the goal and another will be like, "Welcome back, Eden." So it would be such a
Yeah.
big converse over here.
Yeah, so going for my predictions, I would go for a 1-0 victory for Chelsea, definitely. I think Chelsea can get the job done with one or two goals. Now I will go for 2-0. Did go for 1-0. I'll go for a 2-0, where one goal will lead to the second goal as well, when Real will have to force their players up and we can hit them on counters. And definitely, one extra thing I would predict is Eden Hazard will be present with Chelsea for a group photo. We have seen that happening in the past when opposite player comes up for a photo with the team photo. That would be something very different. And Vedant, I want you to remember that whole world is against Real Madrid because of the recent Super League things. So it is world versus Real Madrid, and what a narrative
Real
as I
Madrid
have.
should be banned from UEFA
See,
Champions League. I mean, look at the kind of things
shut
the
up.
president is doing. It's
Shut up.
dangerous to
The
football. It's
president is
dangerous to our
doing. What's
lives,
it got to
and
do
they're
with the
still
players and Zinedine Zidane? What's it got to do with
president
the players and
is
Zinedine Zidane?
chosen.
The president is
It's
doing
not
it,
like
right?
But
he
It's
was
not the
given the
players
thing.
who's telling him to do that.
so
There
talks
was a
about
voting
punishment.
done right for the president. That's how he was chosen, and now that president is on his way to ruin football forever. I think they should be banned from the Champions League. To be very
No,
honest, but
just
it's
add, yeah, yeah. No, just
yeah,
adding like whenever before this Super League thoughts and claims, they always shouting Papa Perez like he is their own father. They were all so mad about Papa Perez that he is getting so much good deals and stuff, and now they are all backing off. He's the president, so what should we do? He's not related to the club. Earlier, they were so fond of Perez just before all of this happening. So just adding up the thing, like I feel it would be the best narrative in the football history when Chelsea, the first team to back out from the Super League, will be defeating Perez in his own home ground with Chelsea's one of the best players of Chelsea's history still in playing for Real Madrid. Palash, do you remember Fernando Torres scoring similar goal
Keep on
in
imagining.
Spain?
Definitely against
Keep on
Barcelona.
Timo Werner
imagining.
is getting that. Timo Werner is getting that.
By the way, Torres was a complete flop for Chelsea.
Yeah, Werner is not a flop. He is Chelsea's highest goal scorer this season with top assister as well.
Werner
20
has
plus
Werner
goals
has
for competitions.
11 goals, 9 assists, and 7 penalties won. So is that definition of a
Nobody
flop?
cares about
Because
your stupid. Nobody cares about your stupid stats. We do care about him missing sitters. Okay, that's it. That's our
so
focus.
uh, missing sitters is a stat itself. Big chances missed. So you care about big chances missed, something that does not reflect on the scoreline. You don't care about scoring goals, something that you can see on the scoreline. So we
Sarcasm,
are just
Palash. Grow up.
This fighting fans won't end up so easily. We want your prediction in the comment section, and whoever gets the correct score prediction with one of the predictions extremely bad will definitely get a shout out in the next game's preview or the review of the Champions League. So, guys, signing
Yeah.
off.
yeah. Yeah. And for more top quality football content, keep listening to the Football Parliament podcast. Thank you.
We post 5 days a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Keep on listening to us. Hit the like button, and we see you all tomorrow. Bye.